There he is, just waiting for us. For a primal force who plans to destroy the spiral, he sure does make this seem personal. Let's get him.
And at long last, the inevitable showdown between the forces of light and shadow. It's not so clear-cut, however, is it, Tainted One? But battle we must. Though with the sands of time in such a state, I suspect it will add quite an unpredictable dynamic to this contest. Who knows? It might help you win. Of course, the odds of defeating a supreme being such as I, well, they are slim. But come, give me your best. imagine how. You've defeated me, wizard. I underestimated you. Indeed, I may have underestimated the spiral as a whole. But tell me, what will you do now? You are aware that Raven used my heart to power. So the question is, are you willing to sacrifice everything you know just to destroy me?
Wait a minute! You're really going to back off? Now? When we have him weakened? I can't believe it! Mother was right about you, wasn't she? Oh, come on! You didn't figure out that Baba Yaga isn't my real mother? It never occurred to you that Grandmother Raven has children too? She sent me because she knew you would fail. She sent me to finish the job, whatever the cost.
Silly Raven. Always so predictable. I was wondering how long it would take for her to finally show her hand. I knew you two were the key. Now, with this dear child bound to my will, I have access to the answers I seek. Let time be restored. I care not for such trivialities. At long last, I have the key to reclaiming my heart. And then you will witness the power, the glory, the sheer beauty of unlimited chaos.
As you collect the Eye of History, it dissolves the final shadow ray that was projected into the sands of time. As the sands of time reset, you feel a sense of relief, but also a profound sadness. At the moment, however, it seems there's little you can do, but return to the Chronoverge and report to Chronomancer Tyrell.
You did it! The sands of time have reset and begun flowing in the proper direction. But where's Mallory? Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. I will not ask you to recount the experience nor meddle in your affairs. In truth, I have more than enough to worry about myself. After what happened here, rebuilding the Order of the Chronomancers is a daunting task, though one I must undertake nonetheless. I hope we've seen the last of this cabal. But I suspect they will surface again elsewhere with more dark plans. In the meantime, I might ask one favor. If you could simply report back to Santiago before you leave Mirage, I would be grateful.
Strangely enough, it seems the alchemist Santiago is nowhere to be found. Perhaps you should ask Birdie where he went.
Oh my goodness, look at you! Yet another stunning outfit! Just breathe, Birdie, just breathe. At any rate, it's fabulous to see you. Oh, you're looking for Santiago? Now where did that tired nomad get off to? Oh, yes, he said he had some wandering to do, but he left a message. He said to thank you for helping with something time-consuming, I think? But he wanted to express his gratitude. He said you should report back to your friends at the Parkanon. No, it was Arcanum. Yes, sounds like a fancy place. Do take care. Oh, bless your sweet heart. Oh, you are such a doll. I would be lost without you.
You! I've been looking for you, understudy, leaving pages all flipped in the schism reading room. Must I always go around tidying up after you? The scholars may think you're the latest and greatest, but I've been around the bookcase a few times, and I see the truth.
Oh, do restrain yourself, Fitzhume. The understudy has dealt with enough controversy of late. And fared well, I might add. To say we were relieved to learn the sands of time had been reset would be an understatement. Your achievement today will not be forgotten.
Indeed, I was feeling overjoyed when the news of your success arrived. It's past now. I will, of course, expect a full report at some point. At the present, however, I suggest that returning the Eye of History to Old Bartleby should take precedence.
You do remember Grandfather Tree, don't you? Or did you forget again?
Shut up, Fitzhume. Go see Bartleby.
Oh, hello, young wizard. There's some reason I hope to see you, but I can't recall. You have my eye? Oh, yes. I would very much like that. Now that is a strange sensation. A flood of memories flows back into my leaves. Yes, it's coming back. Something very important. Thank you, wizard. I must beg your pardon, however. I need time to myself. Time to remember. Time to remember everything.
Ranting and raving even more than usual. I think she's even been crying. Yes, you should probably check on her.
Wizard, we have to hurry! Mallory! We have to save her! You have to save her. Grandmother Raven entrusted her to me, and I raised her like my own. I did my best, but she wanted to be a heroic wizard, like you. Imperia. That's where Spider's taken my sweet Mallory. But Ione and some of the other scholars have a plan to rescue her. Please, after everything you've done, don't be cravenly now. The stakes are too high. Go ask Ione how you can help.
Understudy, at last. Your exploits in Mirage, while impressive, have resulted in a situation we at the Arcanum find concerning. In an unprecedented occurrence, several scholars have paused their studies and convened to address Spider's increasing threat to the Spiral. We've learned that Grandfather Spider aims to recover his Chaos Heart, and that he plans to use Mallory in some way to do so. If the Chaos Heart is removed from its bonds in Imperia, it will unravel the very fabric of existence. Needless to say, that would be bad. The Committee of Scholars has determined a mission to Imperia is required, and that you should lead it. Do you accept this responsibility? Good. Head to the dry docks immediately. The Committee of Scholars will brief you on the mission. I will join you all momentarily.
As you enter the cavernous dry docks, your senses are assaulted by the smell of dust and the palpable anxiety of the busy scholars. But your eyes are quickly drawn to the extraordinary ship moored close by. You get the sense you've seen it before.
Impressive, is she not? It is hard not to admire Kabbalist aesthetics, even if their intergalactic navigational systems are less than stellar.
And you ain't gonna get those systems updated with weak puns. Get back to work, bub. Ignis and I will be there to help in a minute. As for you, understudy, now's not the best time to chat. unless you're here about the Imperia mission. You're joining the mission? Great! Though I feel the need to warn you, Imperia ain't exactly a toboggan ride down the hill. Raven created Imperia specifically to keep Spider out. As such, travel and communications with Imperia are exceedingly difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. Raven shrouded Imperia in a magical storm called the Aether, which shields the Chaos Heart from Spider. It even keeps Raven herself out. Unfortunately, the Aether doesn't seem to be a deterrent to the semi-divine, like Spider's children.
Recently, Ione received a jumbled message from the Empyrean city of Xanadu that leads us to suspect Spider's son, the Bat, is there. Then, one of our adjunct scholars decided he'd take it upon himself to go investigate, so he borrowed Spark's stream portal protocol.
Aye, and no one's heard from poor Medulla since. Oh, 'tis a right shame that. He seemed like a bright enough fellow, if not a wee bit impetuous.
Precisely why we are being extra meticulous now. There is no room for error with this mission.
Oh, hello there, Ione. We were just briefing the understudy on the particulars of the mission to Imperia.
And you're just in time to tell them all about the ship. Come on, Ignis. Spark needs our help.
Very well. Come, understudy. Since the Arcanum's last voyage to Imperia resulted in depressing failure, a more reliable mode of transportation has become priority 1. Thus, the great skyship you see before you. It's called the Spiral Ark. Does it look familiar to you? It should. Perhaps you recall seeing it referenced when you read The History of the Great Schism. Those who would become the Cabal built it as a lifeboat to usher them through the violent end of the spiral that they believed inevitable. After the schism, the Spiral Ark was forgotten, until a young man with an incorrigible interest in technology found it here collecting dust. As fate would have it, that young man, named Spark, hails from Imperia and has dedicated his life to solving the enigma of Empyrean travel. And despite my many objections, he has volunteered to accompany you on this mission. He is also my brother, but that is inconsequential. You and Spark should become acquainted. Here, give him this ion dust he requested, and lend him any further aid he may require.
There we are. The homemade world door is secured and ready for transport. You sure we shouldn't test it first?
This world door will serve as the initial stream portal link in what I hope will eventually become an Empyrean-wide teleportation network.
Ah, kinda like how a lead climber does that first free climb to install the guide rope, so everyone else can use it to scale the mountain.
I suppose so, yes.
Just gotta get that first anchor point down, right? Oh, hey there, understudy. Excuse me, I need to check the status of the hull.
Greetings, understudy. I am pleased that we may finally be formally introduced. I am called Spark. It is my honor to serve as your science officer for this mission. Do I detect the invigorating smell of ion dust? Excellent. Come, I will show you what the ion dust is for, and along the way, I can show you around the Spiral Ark. Please, follow me. This is the Ark's main machine room, which I have retrofitted with a sublight stream drive engine. Ignis is smoke testing this stream drive now.
Spark, me boy. Your engine sure is impressive, but I can't seem to get her to spool up to maximum warp.
Have you tried increasing the aperture of the fission intake?
I'm giving her all she's got. I just can't do it. I need more power.
Intriguing. It will take some time for me to properly diagnose the issue.
I trust you'll figure it out, Spark. Now, if that's all, I've another mission-related task I need to tend to.
Yes, of course. Thank you for your assistance, Ignis. Understudy, we should make haste with the tour. These stately doors lead to the surprisingly spacious living quarters. Say what you will about the Cabal, The ensuite lavatories are far more comfortable than those here in the Arcanum. Moving on. This is the emergency escape pod bay. The pods are superfluous to our mission, but removing them all would require too much effort. Here we find the heart of my intra-ethereal navigational guidance system, the Lux Capacitor. It uses quantum photon superpositioning to breach nanospace, allowing the Ark to travel through the stormy ether subatomically. Its design came to me after I slipped and hit my head in the aforementioned cramped Arcanum lavatory. Shall we continue to the bridge? Our tour comes to its conclusion here, on the bridge. There under the main viewer is the Cyclolabe. It will help us plot courses through the ether, a storm compass, as it were. And we will end the tour with the one detail technology cannot update, the captain's chair, rather, the person in it. Without a sky captain experienced in ethereal travel, the chair and this mission are utterly futile. Fortunately, the scholars have this issue mostly figured out. It would be prudent for you to check on that. I really should get back to work.
About time! We should have told Spark to skip the lavatory tour. Listen up, we need to discuss the recruitment of the Sky Captain. The mission requires a Sky Captain with experience in Imperia. I'm sure we don't need to explain how limited that selection is.
There is only one such person known to us scholars, a wharf rat of dubious reputation, by the name of Captain Taylor Coleridge.
You remember him, right? As we understand it, you and old Coleridge met in Chrysalis a while back.
And we're hoping that relationship will help recruit Coleridge to this mission. He's not my first choice, but he'll have to do. Our intelligence has tracked him to Polaris. I'll mark the location.
Captain Cool Ranch is essential to the mission. Whatever it takes to convince him to help, you do it. Whatever it takes.